A few of you guys have been asking for another setup video, and I finally got around to making it. So on this first tab, on input 1, my direct lean is set to 40, and the rest of this is just preference, and we'll come back to the advanced stuff in a minute. But input 2, my sit is set to direct, which means I have to hold the button, and the rest is just up to you. But 3 is just camera, graphics, nothing special. I've only got automatic clutch and tyre change on because I feel like the rest just hinder you. Lock to bike's off, and those are my camera settings. So going back to input 1, so my lean, my dead zone's only 5 because my controller's pretty new. The linearity 150, so the initial part of the input is, well, has more precision. Smooth's turned on because I've had it turned on for ages and just like the way it feels. Can't really ride without that like that now. But it's really just up to you. Gain's a little bit less than 100 just to avoid front tucking, but you still do. Throttle. So this one's interesting, I've changed it quite a bit since the last one. So I've made the initial part of the input smooth, more precise now. And I've turned smooth on, and on the big 450 it does help with traction. But you still end up spinning around and looping out, but it's worth a shot. Brake. Smooth's also turned on. Press is set to 30, so it's like a nice consistent press, and the gain's set to 79, so the front brake doesn't really lock, so it is like having brake help on, but a lot more responsive. Rear brake, I'm not sure if it's a standard or not, but that's all it is. Clutch, nothing's changed. Full backwards lean is standard. Left right lean, I've actually turned the gain down quite a bit and made the initial part of the input smoother. I've also increased the dead zone a tiny bit just in case, like when you're leaning back and you actually put it off to the sides. But other than that, I believe that's all. So onto the suspension here. This is what everyone wants to see. So first page, pretty normal, just lower the tyre pressure, keeping most of everything default. And then here. So I'm not going to actually explain what each of these things do because Pulse has made a video explaining everything and he can explain it 10 times better than I ever could. And from his video, which I've linked at the top of the description, is how I made this setup for Lommel and most other rough outdoor tracks. So I'm comparing it to default here, so you can just copy it or copy parts of it and do what you want with it. Standard gearing on the Husky. I've always ran a 2-swinging arm, but recently I've moved the fork height up to 7mm just to see what that did, and it feels like I can get into ruts a little bit nicer, especially on sandy tracks like Lommel. And I believe that's all. So you guys can do what you like with this, copy it, use parts of it. Tell me how you feel. But that's all. Thanks for watching.